All right. Coach Moore, good showing at this year's state track meet. Tell us a little bit about what VHA did and what kind of hardware you brought home.
It was a good show. In our middle school boys, we had enough we felt like we could compete as a team at the state meet. And this was our first year trying track, my first year coaching it. But we had a bunch of boys who were willing to give it a shot, and we've worked when they didn't have other sports going on, go to Bruton Parker and work on the track and get done what we can and work on field events here at school. And we went up Saturday, and it was a long day. The meet started about 10:30, and we didn't get done until about 9 o'clock that night. But we had boys that placed in almost every event we did. The only one we didn't place in was the mile. And they take the top 8, get points, and we finished 9th and 10th in the mile. So we were right out of having kids score in every event that they offered.
Is the biggest part of that kind of sport conditioning, and how do you prepare them for that?
It is. A lot of it, and I've been learning as we've gone along, is getting them to run when they can and encourage them to run when they're not at practice because, like I said, we were not able to practice a whole lot because of other sports going on and just different things we had going on. And a lot of it's figuring out which kids do better at which events. And we've used several meets throughout the season to try kids in different events, and I've been pleased with just our kids' attitudes when, maybe we're going to a meet and I say, hey, I need you to try this event, and they're, yes, sir, I'll do whatever you need me to do for the team, and kids just jump in there and sometimes not real sure what they're doing, but just go out and their effort's just great, and that paid off for us Saturday.
Standouts, any standouts that looking to come back next year to build on this program?
We did. We were kind of led by our 8th graders. We had a few 7th graders and a 6th grader that contributed, but we had Jackson Williamson has done well all year. He's a sprinter, but he's a lone kid and been trying to get him somewhere to practice on the high jump all year, and finally we're able to get in and get on an element there and get him some practice the week of spring break leading up to the event. And he went up it was his first time competing and cleared 5 foot on the at the state competition and won a state championship, an individual state championship with that. And a very similar situation, James Hutchison, one of our 7th graders who has worked on and off on the hurdles a little bit but hadn't had a chance to run it in a meet for different reasons, and went up and ran the 100-meter hurdles and finished 2nd in the state in that. So I can't say how proud I am of those guys for willing to go up there and compete in events to try to get our team points, and ended up doing far better than we ever expected they would.
Sounds good to me.